Welcome to Instablog's Global Report. This is Sukhmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Pope Benedict XVI defends the actions of Pope Pius XII during World War II. China ecstatic after hosting the Olympics. Widespread protest in Nepal after scrapping of animal sacrifice. Malawi ranks 115th in Transparency International's new Corruption Perception Index. Pope Benedict XVI has defended the actions of predecessor Pius XII during World War II, saying the pontiff spared no effort to try to save the Jews. Pius XII has long been accused by the Jewish groups and scholars for turning a blind eye to the fate of the Jewish population. C.J. Amanda Thomas supports Pope Benedict XVI and believes that the Pope Pius XII actually saved lives by remaining silent on the Holocaust.
This is Amanda Thomas, citizen journalist, reporting from the UK for Instablogs. Pope Benedict XVI's defence of Pope Pius XII's role during the Holocaust is correct. Pope Pius XII was not indifferent or anti-Semitic, although he did very little to oppose Nazism and help its Jewish victims. The Pope was a diplomat who understood the reality of his time, and he was not a radical preacher. He avoided criticising Hitler by remaining silent because he knew that his protest could bring even worse catastrophe and invite retaliation against the Jews. Ultimately, his sagacity helped save the lives of nearly 1 million Jews in certain death at Nazi hands, while maintaining the neutrality of the Catholic Church so that it could provide shelter to war refugees. Perhaps now then it is high time that we stop accusing the Catholic Church of helping the Nazis or remaining silent during the Holocaust.
An impressive hosting of the Olympics, which ended with China topping the medal chart, has left the Chinese thrilled and elated. Many in the country now have greater confidence in the country's potential as an emerging world power. C.J. Riley Gelwick says more on the post-Olympic euphoria reigning the Chinese minds.
This is Riley Gelwick, citizen journalist from China, reporting on instablogs.com. After the first time being on the top of the standings in Olympic gold medals, the mood in China has been ecstatic. The people, after centuries, realize that they have the potential to be on top of the world, and the view from the top is really majestic. The Olympics was seen as a coming of age for China by the rest of the world, but nobody knew what that meant until it actually happened. The Chinese people tried their best to present as good an image of their country as possible, even after the disasters had ravaged their nation. Further interaction with foreigners has also infused confidence in the people who no more wish to remain limited to their country. The Olympics has really helped the nation in understanding its true potential and will have an effect for many years to come.
Members of the ethnic Newar community are staging protest in Kathmandu over Nepal government's decision to scrap the practice of sacrificing animals during the Hindu festival of Indu Jatra. Recently, the government curtailed the budget for purchase of livestock to be sacrificed during the festival. C.J. Mukunda regrets the decision and feels that the government is bent upon destroying the country's century-old traditions.
This is Mukunda, citizen journalist from Nepal, reporting on Instablogs. It seems that the Nepali government is bent upon destroying the century-old culture and tradition of the Himalayan country. At first, the government demolished the monarchy and later completely ignoring the popular belief, they declared Nepal as a democratic state, wiping off her status as Hindu republic. The Maoist government in Nepal is acting hypocritically. On one hand, the government decided to stop Dabar Batika Miss Nepal 2008 contest, saying that it would invite foreign cultural invasion, and on the other hand, they themselves happen to invade the culture by curtailing the budget for the purchase of necessary livestock to be sacrificed during the 8-day Indra Jatra festival. This is not fair. Nepalis will never allow this culture to face ruination at the hands of a government which has lost all sensitivity towards popular beliefs and practices. The government should brace itself for more protests in the day to come.
Malawi has ranked 115th in the Transparency International's new Corruption Perception Index. The country has dropped 3 slots and had a mere 0.1% increase in an index score of 2.8 from 2.7 in 2007. CJ Thandi Soko believes that the condition has only worsened ever since President Bingu Mutharika came to power. She also suggests measures to control it.
This is Thandi Soko, journalist reporting from Malawi on Instablogs. Malawi, which has been infamous for its corruption, has this year maintained its image. It ranks 115 in Transparency International's New Corruption Perceptions (CPI) release on Tuesday. Even after government promised to do its best to improve the situation, the country has improved only 3 slots and had a mere 0.1 point increase in an index score of 2.8 from 2.7 in 2007. The zero-tolerance drive initiated by government last year has now proved to be nothing more than the fanfare. Corruption continues to be worsening in Malawi, which was on position 90 in 2004 before President Bingu Mutharika came to power and dropped 28 places to 118 last year. Depoliticizing enforcement of anti-corruption laws and basing prosecutions on the merits of cases and not political considerations can help, but that won't happen until government begins to really think for the people.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.